All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget I post 1, 2, or 3 videos every single day. Hit the subscribe button, and members, if you click the members join button, then you get access to all my videos before they go live for everybody else. And here we go. This is one of the best pieces of news we have heard right here. The EPA vows to fix your car's most annoying feature. Love this. The dreaded start-stop function found in most modern vehicles is getting a second look from the EPA. Automatic start-stop, arguably one of the most annoying features of any new car today. And it basically, we all know what it does. It's ridiculous. Anyway, automaker introduced this technology in an effort to improve fuel economy, but the Environmental Protection Agency wants to stop it. Okay, head of the EPA, Lee Zeldin, said on a post on X, formerly Twitter, saying that the agency is fixing the technology that everybody hates. We cannot stand this. And not only that, I've said it time and time again, I don't care what anybody thinks, it is very bad for your vehicle. I don't care how beefed up the starter is. I don't care what they do. I don't care that it doesn't kick in until the oil's already heated up. I don't care. There's no purpose of this stuff whatsoever. And it says, here, ready? Stop-start technology isn't new. It's been around since the 70s, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't until mid to late 2000s that auto start really took off in the U.S. Although it was never mandated by the EPA, automakers who did implement start-stop in their vehicles would receive carbon credits under the Obama administration. Okay, so take that for what it's worth. Currently, around 65% of new cars sold in the U.S. have automatic start-stop function. I'd have thought it was much higher than that. I did not think so. It says up from 60% in 2022. I'd have thought it was much higher than that. But then again, you take into consideration the HDs don't, things like that. What's unclear is exactly how Zeldin and the EPA plan to fix start-stop technology. Other than simply doing away with it entirely, the EPA will release more information in the next few months. But yes, finally, this stuff is going to go away. Even how the fact that they wouldn't let you turn it off full time, they made it where you had to turn it off every time you got in the car. I use a Taser Mini in my Jeep to turn it off full time. And there's other things you can buy to turn it off full time, but it's a shame that they wouldn't give you a setting where you could just shut it off completely instead. So maybe that's what'll come. What I want to see more than anything is no more auto start stop in new vehicles. And then, or even if they do, I want an option to turn it off. We have vehicles today with over-the-air updates like crazy. I want an over-the-air update that throws a menu in my infotainment center that lets me turn this off for good, so I never excuse me, never have to touch this button ever again. That's what I want more than anything to happen there. So pretty interesting. This one here, I found this article quite amazing. Okay, I asked ChatGPT whether or not I should buy a used car in 2025. Here's what it said. So much interesting stuff in this article. It's worth it. I highlighted it to make it easier, and we're not going to be on it forever, but it is very interesting how absolute precise in most of the stuff ChatGPT is. So here goes. That's what he basically asked it. Should I buy a used car in 2025? Here was the responses from it. Ever the analyst, ChatGPT, didn't just give me a straight answer, but instead suggested that anyone thinking about buying a car this year consider the following facts. Lower initial cost. Used cars are significantly cheaper than new vehicles. It pointed out you pay less upfront than if you were buying a new car. Reduced depreciation. Your new car starts losing value in the first year as much as 20 to 30%. A used car helps you avoid this steep depreciation. Spot on. There's no doubt about it. Now, if you get your car for 20% off on your new one, then you beat this depreciation and you get a new car. I've said that before, but ChatGPT, working on simple numbers, is not lying here. If you're going to be an MSRP buyer, buying used is a definite way to reduce the depreciation. Lower insurance costs. We don't talk about this one, and I should more. Insurance premiums can be steep on new cars and are typically lower on used car, potentially saving you hundreds a year. This is 100% true. It is only hundreds a year. It is not thousands of dollars, but it does add up over the time of the vehicle. So that is a big factor. Now, on the same note, buying a new car and then finding a new insurance for it literally 6 months later will do basically the same thing. Availability, I don't believe this one. Supply chains are not an issue anymore, so we move on past that one. Interest rates. Now here's where it kind of screwed up a little bit, this ChatGPT. Interest rates remain unpredictable. ChatGPT wrote, high interest rates could put new cars out of range, making used car a more frugal bet. True. Okay, the higher cost of the new car means that you are going to pay a higher fee for the monthly payment for it with the interest rate. But on the flip side, used cars always have a higher interest rate than new cars do. And so knowing that the new car rates are always lower than what new car rates are, you got to take that into consideration. New car rates are lower, so you're not spending that money in interest, period, even though your payment is higher for the new car. So something to think about. Reliability and maintenance costs. On the other hand, used cars are often older models that might need more frequent repairs and are likely out of warranty, which could cost you more in surprise expenses. Brilliant answer. Absolute brilliant answer. We love that. Spot on, 100%. Fuel efficiency and technology. New cars, particularly hybrids and electric vehicles, might offer long-term fuel savings and advanced safety features, offering higher initial cost, it wrote. And that's true, offsetting that cost. So, you could basically look at that factor as well, too. And then the economic conditions warn me. This is brilliant. I love this. First, ChatGPT warned me to make sure I consider my own economic situation, such as job security and overall financial stability. Then it suggested I consider inflation trends and point out that opting for less expensive used cars might reduce financial stress. Okay, love that. That's pure brilliance. And then it goes in to break in how the tariffs did. Now, this is a little bit of bonus stuff here, but and apparently my markers that I did below this when I reloaded this story are gone now. But anyway, and it also mentioned tariffs. We're not worried about tariffs because they're too changing all the time and not a thing there. But your main goal is to reduce your debt or monthly payments when you buy a used car. Makes sense. That's why people buy it. They don't want to spend a fortune. You have enough savings to handle repair and maintenance. People do not understand how critical this is in today's world. But 10 years ago, when you bought a 5-year-old car, you figured you'd put $1,000 or $2,000 into it over the next 5 years without a big deal. That was 10 years ago. Today, if you buy a 5-year-old car, you could be putting $10,000, $20,000, or even $30,000 into that used car. Have enough savings to handle the repairs and maintenance. You plan to drive the car until it's no longer economical to repair. Thus, fully capitalize on it and reducing its depreciation. Again, catch 22. One repair could offset and blow this whole thing out of the water. Something to consider. When a new car might be better. If you prefer advanced safety features, fuel efficiency technology is fine, buy a new one. You have strong credit and get best financial deals, great. You intend to keep the vehicle for many years, spreading out the depreciation. Good. Again, especially considering ChatGPT is not taking into account the deals we can get on here. So here was their takeaway. In 2025, if you're looking to optimize your personal finances, buying a used car typically remains a better financial choice, providing you carefully select a reliable model, factor in ongoing maintenance costs, and manage finances wisely. Talk about an absolutely perfect. I mean, nobody could have even wrote this up any better. And this was done by ChatGPT. Scary. Very scary, but very, very true. I mean, this whole thing was, if you ask that one question and you got this response, look at how easy it is to solve the world problems. I asked ChatGPT whether I should buy a used car in 2025. That's all I asked them, and this is what they got back. This is the power of this stuff, and it was spot on in this situation. Questions, comments on this or on the EPA auto start thing, let me know down below. Thanks for watching.